Hello guys and welcome back to League One Predictions. It's a midweek special. We are busy this week because we've got 12 League One games on the Tuesday night that we are here to predict. So make sure to get your predictions in quickly and we'll be back with League One predictions later in the week as well. I'm joined as always by the wonderful Benjamin Bloom. How are you?
It's a 3-game week, Matt. So I don't know how I am. I'll see you at the other end of it, yeah?
Yeah. Ben, we've got to talk about last week. They are the scores. I can't even fit all of the 15 games from last week onto the page, but you can see there that Ben beat me 15-5 overall with those 3 midweek games last week, as well as the 12 games. Look, I could be annoyed, but sometimes you've got to say, well done to the opposition. I didn't turn up.
He is. Look at him.
I didn't turn up. Ben wanted it more on the day, and well done.
I'll take it. I'm sure this will happen in reverse very soon, maybe even this week. So, yeah, a good week, a bit of a lucky week with a 0-0 coming in where I'm looking at Wigan, where Wigan had 16 shots. So, you take your luck when it comes, but yeah, let us know in the comments if you beat 15 last week. I'm sure someone did.
No, honestly, Ben, that is amazing. Well done. Guys, before we get into the predictions for this week, and remember, we need to get them in quickly because we've got games coming out tomorrow. We've also got championship predictions on both of our channels coming later today on the Monday. So as always, make sure to subscribe over here and also at that first link in the description, Benjamin Bloom. He does his great championship predictions with Sam Parkin. Get involved and support both of us. And we'll also go for 1,000 likes as always. Hit that like button, support us over here. Lots of content coming out. We've also got the Premier League check-in tomorrow, Ben. So we're busy, aren't we? And League One predictions will be back on Wednesday, so goodness me.
Stop, my head's exploding.
Let's get into this week's predictions. We start with a game at Oakwell, Ben. Barnsley versus Wycombe, and they're both just on the edges of the playoffs, so a really fascinating matchup. Now, you'd imagine Barnsley should be slight favourites, but they've been a little bit inconsistent this season. They'll definitely look at that Stockport game as points dropped, considering how late the goal went in for Stockport. But still, not a bad little run they've been on. I think it's winnable for Barnsley, but I'm going to let you go first. I don't think Wycombe should be underestimated.
No, but I like Barnsley. Even before you started speaking, I like Barnsley for this one. And always apologising to Daryl Clark, who's been a bit better than I expected, and Barnsley have been up to speed nicely. So I will be back in Barnsley. Are they going to get a clean sheet, Matt? How are Barnsley defensively? No, they're not. They've conceded 11. So let's go straight in with a simplistic Barnsley 2, Wycombe 1.
You know what that means.
It's
a scribble. I agree with the Barnsley win. Should I just tone it down for a 1-0? Should we go low scoring? This time they get it over the line. I'll go for the 1-0 then, but Ben has stolen my 2-1, which I'm devastated about.
Always happens on the first one.
Barnsley have been pretty good on the whole, but I do think Wycombe will come here and give them a good game. Would not be surprised at all if Wycombe come away with something. They've been decent recently, just come off the back of a win at Bristol Rovers, and they left it late in that one. The next game, Ben, this we thought could be Clash of the Titans in League One. Birmingham City versus Huddersfield Town. I mean, Birmingham City certainly look like a Titan for League One. Huddersfield Town have gone off it a little bit lately, so it seems to me more straightforward to go for Birmingham here. Would you agree?
Very much so, yeah. I think we joked after I called Birmingham to lose at Rotherham that it's going to be like 10 in a row now. I predict Birmingham to win. Big scare against the Posh, though, wasn't it? Coming back from the jaws of defeat. But yeah, everyone is now starting to look at this run for Birmingham. Huddersfield, then Charlton. Once they're through this, you're almost like open water. What is this points total going to be? So no surprise. I'm going to back Birmingham. You know I'm a big fan of Mike Duff, but yeah, Birmingham are they're too much, aren't they? Birmingham.
Oh, Ben. Are you forgetting who's first?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I hope I steal your prediction. I'm going to go for the 2-0.
That was what I was going to go for. Yeah. Okay.
Get in there. No, I think, like I say, a couple of weeks ago, I'd have been maybe more tempted to give Huddersfield something, but I just think at the moment, Birmingham looking good. As you said, great comeback win against Peterborough. And we said before that game, if you're beating the Rotherhams and the Peterboroughs, you're a top team in League One. I think they're going to win 2-0. Yeah, sorry, over to you.
Yeah, so that's a scribble for me. So I'll take the 2-goal margin. We'll give Huddersfield a goal. Birmingham 3, Huddersfield 1.
There you go. Yeah, similar lines of thinking. Share your thoughts, guys, especially Birmingham fans. Just feel like we're getting ready to see you guys back in the Championship predictions next season already. I know. Right, next up, Ben, let's go to a party on Blackpool Pleasure Beach as Blackpool take on Lincoln City. And this is a good game. It's 4th versus 3rd. Now, last week, Ben, you said to me, you said to the viewers, can you visualise what the Steve Bruce train looks like? I'm seeing a load of Blackpool fans on the Pleasure Beach doing the conga with Steve Bruce at the front. But this is difficult. I know they've won, we think we've just said 4 in a row, but Lincoln City are no mugs. So this is really difficult. And you're first, Ben.
And I'm saying all aboard. I'm telling you, Matt, that Steve Bruce train has got 4 carriages. But you know what I'm going to do this week on the League One predictions, Matt? I am adding a 5th carriage to the Steve Bruce train. It's going to be 5 wins in a row for Blackpool. Yes, Lincoln, I was bob on with their win at Cambridge. But, mate, we're on the train. We're heading for Championship land, aren't we, with Brucey as the driver. Blackpool 2, Lincoln 0.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, it's not a scribble for me, but I have gone with Blackpool. I really like Lincoln, though. You know, once again, I would not be surprised if Lincoln gets something here because they've been so strong. And who knows, could they be a surprise package in the top 2 this season? I mean, they're currently 3rd. I think as a minimum, they've got to be challenging for the playoffs. But as you said, Blackpool flying under Brucey. And I'm actually really pleased for him as well, because as we said previously, his last 2 jobs didn't end too well and he became a bit of a butt of jokes and stuff. But I will go for them. Blackpool 1, Lincoln 0, and maybe a late goal as well. Okay, next up, Ben, let's go down to the Memorial Stadium. And this one has become a little bit difficult because Bristol Rovers take on Charlton. And it just feels like Charlton have gone off the ball a little bit, would you say?
Yeah, Charlton losing at Stevenage at the weekend. But both of us have been backing against Bristol Rovers fairly consistently. Only 2 wins so far this season. Are you up first on this one, Matt?
Yes. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, Bristol Rovers... Once again, I said after 2-3 games, they've started all right, but they've really gone off it recently. And a killer, that late goal for Wycombe. But Charlton, I think that's back-to-back defeats now. And I think with the Cardiff job vacancy, it's I don't know, is it distracting Nathan Jones? I mean, I don't think that's what it is. But, I mean, there's a lot of speculation there behind the scenes, I guess. Do you know what? Let's go for a surprise win here. Bristol Rovers to win 2-1.
Wow, that's tremendous. If that one comes in, Matt, gold star for you on that one. Mate, you know, Matt, if you leave Benjamin Bloom an open goal, he's tapping the ball in the net. Bristol Rovers 0, Charlton 1.
Yeah, and I can understand why.
Every time.
It just feels like recently they've gone off it a little bit. But
you're right.
Yeah, maybe this is a suitable game for them to bounce back, though, because neither team come into this in great form. Okay, next up, funnily enough, this is a battle down the bottom of the table. Cambridge versus Rotherham. I mean, Cambridge properly stinking it out. You were right to predict them to lose 2-0 at home to Lincoln. But Rotherham is still it's like they're stuck in the mud. We think they're going to come good, but they're not getting out of the bottom 6, are they?
I had a good tweet from a Rotherham fan. Someone tweeted me the other day, Matt, saying this isn't working. It's too dated. It worked years ago with Evans, but like League One is almost too sophisticated for this to work now. So I did kind of read that and thought, you might be right about that. With that being said, that may be correct in the midterm and the long term. In the short term, I think Rotherham will beat Cambridge. Rotherham to win 2-1. Cambridge 1, Rotherham 2.
Yeah, and I'm going to steal the 2-0 Cambridge defeat as you did last week. I'll go with Rotherham to win 2-0. on paper, it seems fairly straightforward that Rotherham have the quality and Cambridge really bottomed out at the minute. But if you were to look at this the other way, if Rotherham don't win this game and even lose it, that is when pressure piles up on Evans
massively.
So yeah, got to win, but we think they will. Okay, next up, Crawley Town versus Mansfield Town, two of the sides that came up. We were just saying beforehand, Crawley's manager has gone. Where did we say Lindsay's gone?
MK.
MK, that's right.
Words, yeah.
Yes, he's gone to League 2 MK because their manager had gone to Carlisle, and we were saying it's funny how the managers have worked their way down the pyramid in a sense. Crawley started the season well, gone off it a bit recently, and I think are they near the bottom four now? And without a manager, and Mansfield, Ben, are in the top six.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to go for Mansfield. What we got? I'll go Crawley 1, Mansfield 2.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Crawley in a bit of disarray because we always worry, Matt, when there's been a really great promotion, and let's be honest, it was a surprise promotion with Crawley, and then the manager goes, you kind of like, oh, they're holding things together there. So sorry, Crawley fans, but I can see a trend down now, and hopefully the wheels don't fall off. You mentioned at the start of the season that some key players have been sold as well. And Mansfield are on 2 points per game. Outstanding. They've only played 7. So, yeah, I will back the Mansfield win as well. What did you go for, Matt? Did you go 2-0?
2-1.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. Mansfield are good for both teams to score. Okay, I'm not going to take the goal off Crawley. I'll add one on to Mansfield. Crawley 1, Mansfield 3.
Yeah, I love that. Sometimes we think so alike that we just make the slightest tweaks to our predictions, don't we? I think, though, in general, most people in the comments will probably go for the Mansfield win here. But, yeah, incredible to see them both getting up to League One. Mansfield really kicking on now. The next game is in the capital, Ben. It's Leyton Orient versus Exeter City. You're up first here. I have something I want to say about this game, but I'm going to let you go first. Otherwise, it'll spoil my prediction.
I want to hear it now, don't I?
It's nothing too dramatic, but yeah, go on, carry on.
Okay. That's good mind games, though, Matt. If you are indeed, you completely put me off. So we like Orient at the moment. I was bob on with Exeter with the 0-0, wasn't I? Being we are at Orient, I'm going to back them, and I'm going to back them to win by 1-0.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking similar here. I'm thinking low scoring. What's tempted me is just looking at the results from last week. Exeter 0-0 against Wigan. Orient 0-0 against Wrexham.
Good result 0-0, Orient, though, isn't it? Oh, you go 0-0. Love it.
I'm going for the 0-0. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I mean, definitely the opposition last week on paper was more difficult for Orient. So I can see you're thinking that they'd get the win this time. But I don't know, maybe they both look at those results last week and go into this one, similar thinking, both trying to pinch it 1-0, but maybe cancelling each other out. I mean, I've been really impressed with Exeter. I'm going to give them something, so we'll go for a 0-0 there. Okay, let's go to Sixfields, Ben. Northampton Town versus Bolton. I mean, Northampton Town love mugging us off in these predictions.
There's always one, isn't there?
They go beat Huddersfield away, so we're all on board the Northampton train, and then they lose at home to Mansfield. I suppose that's the nature of League One. And I'm not sure if I fancy them here, Ben, because they take on Bolton, who've had a really good response since that 4-0 defeat to Huddersfield. They won 5-2 against Reading, and then they've beaten Crawley as well. So if they win this one, they probably go shooting back into the top half. Am I at first? Oh, do you know what? Northampton, you're playing mind games with us. Northampton 0, Bolton 1.
I think Bolton are back, aren't they? I think it had reached what was either going to be the bottom of the trough or the trend down, and there was going to be problems if it went even like 1 or 2 more games. But you're right, they've responded really nicely. They've kicked back. Loads of people had Bolton top 6, top 4, didn't they, to start the season? So yeah, I'm going to go for the win. Did you go for the 1-0?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go comfortable then. Northampton 1, Bolton 3.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, throwing in a few goals there. Yeah, I mean, Northampton Town, as I say, sort of tricky to put your finger on. But if you go with Bolton's couple of last results and the form they might be in soon, it might be a weird season for Bolton where it felt like Ian Evatt was under massive pressure, and then in the end it's a success story. It can happen. We've seen that in football before. But decent couple of results lately, and we're going for them to make it 3 for 3. Next up, Ben, Shrewsbury Town take on Stockport County. Shrewsbury, another one of the teams yet to win. I mean, a 1-1 draw against Rotherham's not too bad, but you've got to get a win soon, surely. I don't make them favourites, but can they capitalise on Stockport's form not being at its greatest? I mean, Stockport might come into this on a bit of a bounce with the late goal against Barnsley. You're up first, Ben.
Yeah, I don't think they can capitalise on it. I think Stockport are going to be a lot better than Rotherham. I agree with you about Rotherham in a bit of a, rut. They're either going to get going, or Steve Evans is going to get going by the looks of it. So, you know me, I always like a Stockport clean sheet win. So I'm a bit torn between Shrewsbury 0 Stockport 1 or Shrewsbury 0 Stockport 2. Let's go for the 1-0. Shrewsbury 0 Stockport 1.
Yeah, I'm going to join you with the Stockport win. In fact, I'm gonna get different in terms of the scoreline. I'm going to go 3-1. I'm going to throw in a few goals. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, I've already written down my prediction, but when you just said there that Stockport good for a clean sheet, it did make me think, could I have changed it to a 3-0? But I'll stick with my 3-1. Maybe Shrewsbury get a goal. I mean, they can take some of the positives from a draw with Rotherham into this one, but I think this is a decent fixture for Stockport to get back on track and try and climb back into that top 6. And then Stockport's twin brother are up next, Ben, Wrexham. We always couple them together. Wrexham go away to Stevenage. It's not easy, this. I mean, Wrexham, still great, still in the top 2. Only got the draw at Orient. But Stevenage, just beating Charlton.
Good at home, don't concede any goals.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? This game could be really big for Wrexham looking back now, because if they win this, they'll say that's 4 really good points on the road. If they lose this, it's 1 point from 2. And they had that Birmingham defeat, only about 2 weeks ago as well. So it would maybe be seen as a dip in form. I quite like Stevenage, but I'll go for the favourites here. I mean, I've been going for Wrexham a lot. I know they didn't win last week, but I'll back them. Stevenage 1, Wrexham 2.
Yeah, I think this is under 1.5 goals, Matt. I think it's either going to be 0-0 or 1-0 either way. Are Stevenage realistically going to go back-to-back wins against Charlton and Wrexham with clean sheets? By the way, I think I'm right in saying they've conceded the fewest goals, Matt, in the entire division, or rather, no one's conceded fewer. Wigan are only conceded 5 as well. Do you know what? I'm going to go 0-0. I'm going to go back-to-back clean sheets for Stevenage and back-to-back away 0-0s for Wrexham.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, is 2 points decent from these 2 away games for Wrexham? Do you think they'll look back on that as a couple of decent results? Do you think?
It depends on what their perception of Birmingham is. If they're like, we're playing for second place, then it is. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah. Share your thoughts. I know we've got lots of Wrexham and Birmingham City fans watching these videos. Still in the top 2, those 2 at the minute. The next game, Ben, Wigan Athletic versus Peterborough. I mean, you raised a very good point a second ago about Wigan's defensive record is really good, but you also trust Posh to score, don't you, in League One? So something's going to have to give here. You're up first here, Ben. Have we? I don't think I've gone for a 5-goal bonus. Have you? Or
I have not. I was actually looking down at the fixtures, thinking neither of us have thrown one. I am looking at Reading Burton in the last game, though. Is okay. Possible one to throw that in. Yeah, it's kind of the irresistible force and the immovable object, isn't it, when it comes to Wigan Peterborough? I've got a funny feeling you might be doing that, Matt. So I'm going to throw 2 fingers up, play it right down the middle, cancel each other out. Wigan 1, Posh 1.
Okay. No, it's not what I've gone for. I have gone for the bonus point here. But as you said, Wigan's defensive record is making me think I could be left with egg on my face here, because I'm going to go Wigan 2, Peterborough 3. That's my prediction. Brilliant. Yeah, let's chuck some goals in.
Totally worthy of a bonus point, that one.
Yeah, and maybe it's one of those where if their great defensive record comes to an end, it will come to an end in style. I mean, I think both of these will be contenders sniffing around. I think Peterborough I fancy a bit more, but Wigan have been all right as well. But it's so difficult this season. Just looking at that table, there's about 15, 16 teams that could all actually have a chance of being in the top 6, which is absolutely incredible. The final game, Ben, Reading versus Burton. Is it me, or is Reading's kickoffs always 8 p.m. on the Tuesday?
Yeah, it's something to do with the M4 or the trains where the stadium is. Yeah, I never used to like doing Reading because I always got home at that 15 minutes later.
Yeah, strange that. They take on Burton, Ben, and Burton are winless still. They're in the bottom 4. But I suppose the biggest surprise in line of our predictions last week was Reading beating Huddersfield 2-1 because we both backed the Terriers. So
have you seen the stat? You seen the stats, Matt? 2 shots on target, 0.24 XG against 19 shots on target. But look, let's be honest. The Reading fans deserved some good news after the week they'd had, didn't they? Yes,
absolutely. Yeah, no, very good point. Yeah, I've had a lot of sort of sympathy for the Reading fans in the last few months. Well, last couple of years, if anything. And I will follow up that win with another win. As you said, the XG against Huddersfield wasn't particularly amazing, but if they could just keep sneaking 3 points, 1-0 Reading.
Well, purely because we're on the last fixture and I haven't played for the bonus point, and I'm feeling very competitive, Matt, that I really liked your 3-2, so I feel I've got to raise it. I'm going to go Reading 4, Burton 2. Why the hell not?
He's outshining me here, guys. Yeah, incredible prediction. Yeah, incredible. Yeah, we'll see if that comes in. I don't know about you, Ben, but I've tried to play it really safe this week just to try and get back into
You're worried
this.
about that 10-point deficit from last week, aren't you?
If I could just eat up 2 points every week over the next 5 weeks, I'll take that.
You will, don't worry.
Guys, as ever, do be sure to share your predictions down in the comments. We will leave the fixtures in the description, so copy and paste and get them down there. Ben, I'm really enjoying League One predictions, and we're back again later this week, and it is worth pointing out to the viewers that even during the international break, League One games do carry on, even if a lot of them are called off. We'll still have something to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to ask for too many favours here because you subscribers are amazing. But obviously, Matt and I, each and every week, we're trying to keep in with the fans of the teams that we cover in the Championship that then go up to the Premier League. So we've started the Premier League check-in. Come and give us your support over on my channel. Matt will pop a clip out, and it might be about something very close to my heart, tomorrow's clip. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And you should most definitely check it out. But if you like us as creators, it's something that we've started that's new that we really do need your support on. So if that's not too beggy, Matt, do come and check out the Premier League check-in show tomorrow as well.
Yeah, guys, if you're still watching this for the final few seconds, please just do show your support. If you've already liked and subscribed and done everything, we really appreciate that. But hit the thumbs up button, subscribe over here. The first link in the description is Benjamin Bloom's channel. Subscribe over there. As I say, if you're enjoying our collaborations, we've also got Premier League content as well, and on top of that, like I say, Ben does his own championship work, so go support everything. We really do appreciate it, and your great support is why we do these videos. We can keep them coming out to you because you guys are helping us live our dreams. Yeah, thank you as always, Ben, and we will see you guys later in the week for more League One predictions. Take care. Peace out.